I remember when I was playing, I'm like, this is just Counter-Strike, but the Source. So like, now they're gonna have Source, but it's like something extra on top of Source.
Well, it came at a time where graphics really meant a lot to us, and we were like, ooh, new shiny.
Yeah.
Now, graphics.
It's been a while since we felt like that, huh? I remember, I mean, when consoles were just going crazy, graphics was everything.
Yeah.
Remember, like, going from 64 to Super Nintendo and, like, or the other way around, and PlayStation 2 came out, and you're like, oh, man, look at this. I remember we'd read Nintendo Power and all those old Game Pro, and I remember there was the review, and it'd have the graphics one, and I looked at that one first.
Yeah. And what was it? It was always the top one.
Yeah.
It was always the one you looked at first. It wasn't down at the bottom or anything. It was always the first one, because I knew that was what you cared about.
But it's funny you say that. I don't even think about graphics anymore. And the thing is, too, on PCs, if you ever remember, I've always been Mr. Low Settings. Like, I don't even notice anymore, but I feel guilty, like, playing Star Wars in low settings. I want a new computer for that, but...
I always try to get away with it. I always try to maximize frame rate with visuals as best as I could, because I felt like I wasn't getting my money's worth if I didn't make the game look decent.
Right. I don't... It is what it is, though. I didn't have a job a lot back in the day. I don't know, but so what do you think about? Do you think the Counter-Strike thing's a gimmick? It's not
honestly,
going to go places.
In the grand scheme of things, I think it's too little, too late for the cross-platform stuff. Because
come on, though, if Xbox did with PC, they could change everything.
How? Who is still playing PC games? I know there are people. I know.
You know what it is? It's the grandpas out there who would be happy, and the kids wouldn't be happy, right?
I don't think people now are deciding, should I get an Xbox, a PS3, or get a PC? No, because you know what? Your PC now is your phone, so you don't need to get a PC. You're just gonna. It's now the choice between PlayStation or Xbox.
It's an interesting thought. I haven't really put much thought into this myself, but I know for me I'm biased as hell, and I know represent.
I am too, but you know what?
My demographic doesn't exist as much as it used to.
Exactly.
So
it's just, I mean, my PC is pretty old, and I wish I could game on PC, but you know what? It's just so much easier for consoles, because you don't have to keep upgrading your crap.
Well, let me just say this. You probably never heard of him, but Dino Riding Jesus, the guy I've been talking about, his big argument for mouse and keyboard is like MMOs. MMOs could be on consoles, but you cannot have an MMO without a mouse and keyboard because there's so many buttons. Like, I didn't talk to you about it with Star Wars, but just picture this whole keyboard is buttons, and then picture shift and this whole keyboard is buttons. And then of course you got the mouse and the programmable buttons. And just the way you move in the game, which isn't a big deal, but I feel like there's a little light for the mouse users that PlayStation 3 could be doing something here. And if this thing proves to be even remotely a hit, it could open up that weird door that for some reason no one's opening.
Well, I think mistake number one was initiating the cross-platform with the PlayStation.
What do you want, Xbox? I don't know the story behind this. Probably there's people listening to this that know way more than we do. But was there something going on with that? Like, is this PlayStation's idea of making themselves look different than Xbox?
Maybe, I don't know, but I honestly, to me, I know that PlayStation has a lower gamer base, just stat-wise. I mean, when you look at examples, Modern Warfare 3 on consoles, the Xbox has more players.
I mean, I'm not getting a PlayStation because to me, PlayStation's kind of like my Sega.
Oh, believe me, dude, I have 4 PlayStation 3 games. I've had it for like 3 years.
We grew up in like remember when we grew up in the Coke and Pepsi universe where if you like Coke, you couldn't like Pepsi. If you like Nintendo, you couldn't like Sega. It was just the way it was as a kid. I don't know why, but everyone did that. And I hate to say it, but I have a bias at PlayStation 3 where I don't almost like it, but yet here I am because of necessity that I've explained. I'm getting one.
I think part of it was forced because you could only afford one at the time. Now you have a job and you can choose how you spend your own money.
Yeah,
you had to make a choice, and it was for Christmas. What are you going to ask your parents for?
Yeah, and that Christmas list was sacred thoughts. It was like, okay, I got to decide. This has got to be the big decision. So, you know, I don't know. I mean, we could go. There's so many tangents we could go on right now.
Yeah.
But so you're saying that you kind of wish it was on Xbox, but this
I kind
could
of wish
be.
this came sooner. I feel that now we're staring down the barrel of a gun of new consoles.
It's like 2 years though.
Still,
that's a lot of time. 2 years. It could be.
So
In fact,
all the game developers are going to screech too hard. Oh, we got to add mouse and keyboard support.
Think about this: PlayStation 4. If this hits off, PlayStation 4, it's going to be the flagship thing. Mouse and keyboard. We're going to have the internet. You're going to be able to play against PCs. I know, because in a way, this destroys the way we thought things were going. And I'm not even saying, like, the biggest topic, and people could even comment in the video if they're watching. Like, does anyone care anymore? Like,
Exactly.
is that age of mouse and keyboard and people caring about it, is it gone?
I think that the people who cared about mouse and keyboard have, unfortunately, begrudgingly accepted the controller.
You know, there's a lot of 50-year-old dudes who were Star Wars fans when they were, like, teenagers that still buy action figures and stuff. I've learned this. I just wonder if there's a secret massive army of old people who actually would care. I mean, how about the Opie Anthony example? The fact that he still cares and went out and bought a mouse for his Xbox.
Yeah, but okay, that's one guy.
Yeah, I get it, but he represents a demographic of old men. What's he, 50 something?
He's 50. But so what? I mean, look. I just.
There's a lot of old people out there. I don't know.
We're looking at motion controllers and Kinect where there isn't even a controller. Like, a mouse and keyboard just seems like going backwards in time. And I know that sounds sacrilegious. Yeah. We're both avid PC gamers. It's just looking at the future. I mean, I don't remember seeing a mouse and keyboard on the holodeck, but that's just me.
Yeah.
Everything's voice commands.
Yeah, I mean, I actually did you hear about Halo with the Kinect? There's like I think it's, I don't know if it's a special Halo you have to buy or what it is, but
no anniversary one.
No, there's this thing where if you're playing Halo with a Kinect, you can actually say grenade and your guy will throw a grenade. It's totally a gimmick.
Of course it is.
I can't even see that being as efficient as just moving your finger to the grenade button.
Yeah, but that frees up the button for something else.
Well, if you could bind your own keys, I guess.
Yes, let us bind our own keys, damn it. I'm sick of these stupid loadouts that we have to get accustomed to.
Standardized controls is good for tournament situations, though. Having a guy rechange his buttons every single game is kind of annoying.
Yes, but now we have cloud saves. Everything could just be saved to the cloud.
I don't know how that works in a tournament setting, but...
You just log in with the username. Bam, you have your settings ready to go.
I don't even know my login information or anything. Do you? I'm not trying to be negative Nancy, I'm just saying. There's a different perspective, you know? I'd call that just episode 1.
Sure.
Alright, thanks everyone for listening. Stay tuned for more.
Yeah, more old guy talk.